More news tonight. You saw it right here on Channel 9 this afternoon. Baby Lisa's parents break their months of silence on the Dr. Phil show. And Lisa's mother, Deborah, does admit to something.
The only thing that I'm guilty of is drinking too much. And even when she comes back, that's something that I have to live with. That I might have heard something and been able to stop them. But that has been blown so far out of proportion to me being an alcoholic, which I'm not, or me being a neglectful parent, which I'm not. I have always put my kids first, and all three of my kids mean everything to me.
The offer of a $100,000 reward for information that helped solve this case came up during the Dr. Phil show and is prompting calls to the TIPS hotline. KMBC 9's Maria Antoni is live with an update on the response right now. Maria?
Larry, we're all seeing those Baby Lisa flyers that are still posted all over town, and also flyers like the one I'm holding that mentions the $100,000 reward along with the TIPS hotline number, even though the two are not associated. But today, Bill Stanton explained how the money would be handed out should the right tip come along.
There's a $100,000 reward for information, leading to return and or resolution of this case.
That reward is something we are told people bring up when they call the TIPS hotline, even though TIPS has nothing to do with that money mentioned by investigator Bill Stanton, who has been with the Irwin family since just after the disappearance of baby Lisa.
Somebody's out there with my daughter, and we just want her to come home.
By phone today, Stanton explained to us how it would be presented if the case is ever solved.
So how is that going to happen? Where's it going to come from? How is the exchange going to be made?
The police department would get in touch, or the TIPS hotline would get in touch with me, and they would educate me to the validity of that tip, and then it would be determined on the exchange of money.
We have never been contacted by Mr. Stanton or his representatives, and we have a specific procedure in place where we are able to hold supplemental reward funds, and to this point we have never been contacted, and we don't hold that $100,000 at this time.
How's this going to end?
I want it to end with the people of Kansas City shaking their head with a tear in their eye as we see this baby reunited with her family.
Do you really think that's going to happen?
Yes.
And as we first reported at 5, 44 calls came into the TIPS hotline on this, the day the Dr. Phil show aired, featuring this case. Before today, the TIPS hotline folks had received 7 calls involving the baby Lisa case this entire year, Larry.
Maria Antoni, thank you very much for the update. And Bill Stanton tells us tonight he doesn't think the Irwins were paid to appear on Dr. Phil.